Welcome to L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium. We will find out a whole lot more about these teams as Week 1 showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Utah Utes and the Louisville Cardinals. Reese Davis, David Collins, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Did you know Louisville has one of the most unique stories about their stadium in all of college football? The L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium was built on a former railroad repair yard that opened in 1998. The land on which it was built was previously serving as a site for the Louisville and Nashville South Louisville Rail Yard. During construction of the stadium, the blaring train horn was used at the rail yard to indicate shift changes and was reclaimed. It is now blown pregame and each time the Cardinals score. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. So the Utah Utes headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. From deep, it's Lewis. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. They'll start on the ground with Brown. They come out strong, stopping for no gain on the opening play.
That is such a nice example of the defense reading and reacting and locating the football on the sweep play. They weren't fooled at all. They knew they were trying to go to the outside. They got leverage, corralled the back, got him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The give to the back. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Look out! Right side, it's Lewis. Breaks free, and and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Oh, unfortunate to get that one back, and as an added bonus, they get the 1st down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brown. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. All right, guys, let's talk for a minute about Louisville. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in Week 1.
And the Cardinals will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. searching for space. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. Hits the hole. It's Brave. Shakes off the defender. At the 20, he's got space. Turning on the Jets. The 40. The 30. He's at the 20. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Utes. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. Deep in the end zone, it's Lewis. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here's Brown to begin the drive. This guy runs with some attitude, discarding tacklers, and works his way to the 19. The Cardinals in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
He's changing the play. Second down to the air. Rush is on. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Cardinals just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
He unleashes a long one. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Hughes. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Hand off, Isaac Brown. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. The give to Brown. Shows him the stiff arm. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. The Cardinals back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Right back to the well. Breaks into the open. Bulldozes his way through. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house.
that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdown. Going to happen. You saw it right there.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Line gets set, first down. The ride. Crosses the 45. Nothing but green grass down the middle. He's at the touchdown, Utah. Great job by the back on the option.
All game long, this guy's been putting his toolbox on display. He's got speed, he's got wiggle, he's got vision. That's another long touchdown run, David. And he made no bones about it earlier in the season. He said, I want to win the Doak Walker Award. He's putting up numbers today that are going to help him do that.
Yeah, this will go a long way. Already over 100. Now add this big, long touchdown run. The defense better find some answers because I'm just going to keep giving it to them over and over again until they solve the problem.
On the return, it's Lewis. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Keep it on the ground. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Handoff for Brown. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. And the Cardinals racing to the line in the hurry-up. The give, running right, Brown. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Left side, it's Brown. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Handoff to the single back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. All right, guys, let's take a beat here and think about Utah. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Had to force that one.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. The Cardinals moving quickly to the line. 2nd down, going to throw it. Looking for a big play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
That's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground, and so naturally you think be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
Making the adjustment on the play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throws to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Snapped on 4th down. He wants to go deep. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now, they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
In the red area, it's Bray. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Touchdown, Utah! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Coming out with it, it's Lewis. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Bunch formation for these receivers. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Drops back on 1st down. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. Makes the grab deep. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Cardinals! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Running to the left. Turning it on. Made a defender miss. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. Timeout called by the Utes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Makes the grab. Across the 25. He's got room. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Utah now calls a timeout. They'll have 1 left. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. Clock's still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at UCLA taking on the number 8 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Bruins looking to bounce back from a Week 1 loss. They lead it here in the first half. We'll see how things progress. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. The 50. At the 30. 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
It's complete to the right. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you...
He lets it fly. It's caught. Flying down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cardinals. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. The run inside. It's great. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Drives inside. Plows through the defense. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. Needs it here on 4th down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. One more time, it's Brown. Here's a little room there. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. And the Cardinals want to pick up the tempo. Here's Brown. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the 3rd quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
Out wide right, it's Reed. Touchdown Cardinals. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. That kicker took a nasty-looking shot, and that is an obvious personal foul. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Offense working from the pistol. On the run, it's Bray. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Hauls it in. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the 2nd half, and Nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
They'll run it. There he goes. He's got enough. Inside the 40. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Utah. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off on the ground with a 58-yarder for 6. He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. He'll start on the ground with Brown. Just enough there to get it to the 25. 2.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Going to take a shot. He's got it. Finds a seam. Inside the he is in. Touchdown, Louisville.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Snags it quickly on the left. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Great! Ball is loose, and they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Gonna run it. It's Bray. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Bray. Open space at the 25. He's loose. Touchdown, Utes. Into the end zone with a breakaway score. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Offense in a bunch formation. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. The Cardinals come to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going.
He lets one fly deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Booster, go! Sweep!
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Hey, move! Freeze! Return! Chip! Mustard! Level! Q! Return! Chip! Mustard! Where did he go?
Snaps it, and he has to have it. Oh, pressure's coming. He recovers the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, in this situation, the only offensive player who can advance the fumble is the guy who dropped it. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. They want to run this quarterback. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. He will not get there as the defense stops him again. They want to flex their muscle. 3 tight ends on the field on third and goal. A run for the quarterback. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with fourth and goal.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
Trying to power it in. Touchdown, Utah! And they take it in for 6 more points. He's in the house for the 6th time in this game.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
And he tacks on the extra point. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Turns it loose. Finds his man. It's Brown. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. And the Cardinals want to move quickly.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Freeze! Go!
Fresh set of downs going up top. Blasted as he lets it go. Dangerous throw on that one.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
Changing the routes with his receivers.
Level. Q. 62-24 home. 62-24 home. 14-24 flag.
Looking to throw again. Fires it down the seam. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
On third down, he drops the throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Turning it on. The 20.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Now the toss. Touchdown, Utes! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Into the end zone for the 7th time in this game.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lewis. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to
take a shot. He's got it down the right side. Running free. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cardinals!
Nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And they did tack on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4.
Stay up. Joker. Put on.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he's brought down after a short gain.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Blue 22.
Looking for the edge. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. There he goes down the right side. Scooped it. Scored it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. On to attempt the try. Splits the uprights. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Utah now calls a timeout. They'll have 1 left. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick. And David, we win the game.
And man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right, they put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
Got the first down, ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Utes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Buying a little time to his left. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. On the ground to cover here on 3rd and long. The give. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. Louisville calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. He got it. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Never a doubt. A penalty marker is down. If this is on the defense, the offense is going to have a choice to make. Do you dare take the points off the board and go for the touchdown? And the defense was anxious to get off the ball quickly. Instead, it's just a little bit closer for the offense. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pop.